Hello, Escape brethren. I know on my channel you would expect to see me talk about tacos and my friend's lack of coordination. But today, we're going to talk about the mods that I've done to my V3. Specifically, a range mod, where I plug in some external batteries and an extension cord, and it allows me to get as much range as I want. Plus some other stuff I've done and my plans for the future of this board. Please subscribe, and if you like the video by the end, please share it with a friend. I know we've all seen some YouTube videos that's 16 modifications you could do to your board right now, and then the YouTuber takes a Sharpie and colors in the back of their board, or shows you how to hang your remote off the trucks. No. That is not what this video is. This is the type of video that needs a disclaimer, because we're doing real modifications to our skateboard. Let's get into it. These are some 18650 batteries, just like the ones that you have in your skateboard right now. We won't be using them because we'll be using LiPos, like this one here. They're less expensive and easy to find online right now. Important note, LiPos will need a special charger, just like this one, for balancing the cells every time you charge. Your Meepo power supply will not balance charge these cells. It's also important to note they will have to be charged one at a time. You cannot leave them in series and plug them into an inexpensive charger. If you are not comfortable with LiPos or don't want to learn about batteries, I recommend just buying one of Meepo's standard batteries from their website. You can use that battery in this mod too. Anyway, back to the mods. So what we're going to be doing is taking this battery here and putting it in parallel with the stock battery, which in this case will more than double our range. And the first thing we'll need is this parallel cable. I'm going to stick it inside the ESC case instead of the battery case. You'll see why in just a second. Now, I've already designed a better version of this cable. It's a little bit smaller, so you don't have to fold it up when you put it inside the ESC case. But the installation is the exact same, so I just left this in. You can see that I don't have to cut a hole in the case, and that's why I chose this one. The connector that I need pops right out the bottom. There's a reason that I chose this connector, the female bullets, instead of the side with the male bullets. It's a little bit safer and harder to short. Plus, I put this plug at the end of it to protect it when I don't have a battery plugged in there. Next up is our series cable, and we plug this into our batteries so that their voltage adds up to the same as our skateboard's batteries. I recommend finding 5000 mAh 5S LiPos. I'll put a link in the description for the series cable you'll need for those. And last up is our extension cable that we'll have to make ourselves. It's pretty easy though. All I did was take some 4-foot long wire and put a connector at each end. Then I put some plastic mesh around the bottom of it to protect the cable on the side that's closest to the ground. Now, before plugging these two batteries together in parallel, you want to make sure that they're about the same voltage. I used my multimeter and double checked that they were really close. Normally, when you test, both of the batteries will be fully charged and at about 42 volts. This was my first time doing this test and I wanted to try it at as close to nominal voltage as I could. And well, that's pretty much it. You can plug in your battery now and get rolling on your extended range skateboard. You can see that the cable gets pretty close to the wheel. It might be a good idea to have some little clip or something holding it off to the side. Maybe I'll come up with that later. But anyway, this thing's been great. I get super good range and I have the potential to add a lot more batteries. I should note, it's not a great idea for me to have a battery stuck in my butt and then fly over crappy West Seattle pavement. I'm going to design a backpack with a hard case so that I could safely ride an extended range battery mod. Also, if you said there is no way this guy is doing 60 miles on a 9 amp hour battery, you are correct. That's why I brought out the big guns. I'll be doing a full test on this thing. I will make sure that I go a full 60 miles without recharging this battery. Click subscribe to see this test. And check the links in the description. I might have already done it. One more thing before I go. I realized that I forgot to talk about all my other mods, and I ran out of time while making this video. So I'll be sure to post up another modification video. I'll go into a little bit more detail about how I made these cables and stuff like that. If you have any questions in the meantime, you can leave a comment down below or hit me up on Instagram. Again, please send this video to a friend if you thought it was cool. Thanks, I'll see you guys next time.